We just recorded our first blooper.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Well, you're the one that said this was just a review, so...
Just a review.
We're trying a Forto... Is that how you pronounce that? Forto?
Forto.
Coffee shot. It's organic, and the flavor is vanilla latte. It is USDA certified organic, as on the label.
That's that fancy organic, right?
I like organic. I'm not opposed to that. So it says it's ready to drink coffee. High energy cold brew, more beans, brewed longer, and this is equivalent to 200 milligrams of caffeine in this little thing.
Yeah, but they say they brewed it longer, which is weird to me. It's like, if you're brewing longer, you're going to end up with more coffee because you're putting more water through it. You mean you, like, forced the water through, or you just, like, kept it heating until the rest of the water evaporated? I don't know about that. So do you think it's
espresso, or are you asking if it's, like, bean water? Like,
well, it just says, like, brewed longer, right? It
says,
like, more beans, brewed longer. So more beans implies, like, okay, you're probably doing espresso. You're, like, extracting it. But brewed longer, that part just doesn't make sense. Like, you brew it longer, it starts to taste bitter. So
brewing it, are you talking about, like, an espresso machine, or you're talking about, like, brewing it with water and, like, heated water and letting it steep?
Yeah, I just don't know what they... Yeah, like, did they let it steep, like, after cooked?
Because that, to me, is when you think of brewed. Like, I think of brewed coffee, like, out of a drip machine.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, brew longer, like, the only time thing there is how much extra water you're adding, right?
So this says it's Colombia drink. If we would just continue to read the label, it says it's a Colombian coffee. So it's coffee, it's brewed. I imagine, like, it's not even
Well, that's
espresso.
just the origin. Like, I mean, all coffee has an origin.
Yeah. So, well, it's from
its
Colombia.
Origin might be your backyard.
This is from Colombia.
Colombia.
But yeah, it says more beans brewed longer than regular coffee. It's like drinking 2 cups of coffee. Drink in moderation and do not combine with alcohol or other caffeinated products. Refrigerate after opening. But why would you
if you drink it in 2 shots?
This? I guess if you want to have 2 cups of coffee, but not a lot of liquid.
Yeah.
So,
but do we know the Arabica Robusto breakdown here?
I haven't finished. There's still a little bit more information on there that I was going to, like, you shouldn't let your children drink this.
Yeah, Forto isn't for children, nursing, or pregnant women.
I would say also people with heart problems.
I do like the copy here, though. It says they must wait to experience such joy. Like, that's a nice bit of cheekiness in the packaging. Yeah. So I can appreciate that.
But I can agree with it, too. Like, I feel like when I see kids drinking coffee, as much as I love coffee, I don't really agree with it because they're little hearts.
Well, like, I don't worry about their hearts, but I don't think it's good.
I'm always worried about people's hearts.
Like, I mean, fair enough. You have had 2 open heart surgeries, so...
Yeah, well, I guess I'm a little bit biased on taking care of it.
Okay,
even though I really shouldn't probably even be drinking coffee, and that's the thing I will not give up. Well, but I also don't really put any strain on it by, like, smoking.
Well, you're also not supposed to smoke the 3 packs of cigarettes you do a day.
Those are a different kind of cigarette.
All right. So we answered our question. It actually, if we would have kept reading, it says it's cold brew. So what they mean by brewing it longer is literally just like letting the coffee sit in the bucket longer.
Yeah. It's not even brewed at that point. Or are they talking about they brew it, heat into this bucket, put the bucket in the refrigerator?
I mean, no, that wouldn't be a cold brew. That would be a regular iced coffee.
I've never made cold brew.
So as someone who has made cold brew, literally all you do is like put coffee in a filter bag and then leave it in room temperature water.
So
and then like the water just kind of like
So I would
seeps.
take a filter, like a coffee filter, put ground up beans in it, and just stick it in a pitcher, like making iced tea.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that was what was so funny when I used to work at a coffee shop, and people were like, "Oh, cold brew is so fancy," and I'd be like, "Thanks, I made it in a bucket yesterday."
Yeah. I would be
fancy.
I would be the same way though if I worked in a coffee shop ever. And I have worked at them, but I worked back into the kitchen because I've usually been on that end of things a lot of my life, like in the kitchen working. But yeah, that would be funny to listen to people really talk pretentious about coffee, and you're like, yeah.
Yep.
It is good stuff. So, all right.
You crack it open?
Beyond the lid, the extra energy coffee. This is your pocket barista.
You can show it to the camera.
pocket barista.
A little bit. Oh, you're behind the mic.
I don't know where life is.
It's really difficult. So, like, we can't get too close to the camera or it just gets blurry. So we got to show it from, like, all the way back here. But your pocket barista, you can't read that because of the glare. Whatever. We tried.
Okay, there is numbers and stuff at the bottom, but there is no expiration date. Because I think I
That's a great sign.
Yeah, because I was like, we've had this for like 3 weeks.
I don't think McDonald's has an expiration date either.
So it looks like coffee, like a nice cup of coffee.
No, let's talk about... It definitely like has
It's thin.
the color of cream in coffee.
Yeah.
It does look pretty thin. Yeah.
But if you imagine like double brewed, this is going to be the equivalent of 2 cups of coffee, and this is only 6 ounces, 6 fluid ounces.
Yeah.
So
but it's like that's like similar strength to
in just 3 ounces.
That's similar strength to espresso, though, right? Like per unit.
Is it?
I think so. We can. Shall we research quickly?
Let's see.
All right.
Let's learn something here. We're not really coffee experts per se. We're just really big connoisseurs and interested.
Okay, so 2 ounces of espresso has 80 milligrams of coffee. So this is what, 6 ounces?
Yes, this is 6 fluid ounces, and it has 200 milligrams.
So the same
caffeine.
amount of espresso would have 240 milligrams of caffeine.
So
it's a little less potent than your average shot of espresso.
All right. It's good to know. All right, you ready for this?
You first.
This is vanilla bean. Initial taste? Artificial.
Artificial is crap. It's like,
Yeah.
it's a nasty aftertaste, like very bitter aftertaste.
You know, though, what it's like? Shots.
No.
Yes.
No.
Shots don't taste good.
Shots taste delicious if you
No,
have
I'm
good
talking
liquor.
about like alcohol shots.
Yes, so am I. There's freaking 10 bottles of alcohol right behind us, and
But
those shots
you don't-
taste delicious.
Well, unless you are getting flavored fruity shots, but like in
Those aren't
general,
flavored or fruity.
I'm talking about like shots, other shots, not just bourbon shots.
So like
Bourbon
what?
shots, we sit and sip that. This,
Okay, so you're
it's
saying like terrible, like bottom shelf tequila shots is what you're comparing it to.
Yeah, whatever you're gonna taste. The cheap vodka,
The flavored vodka is
not
like,
chilled. Like that is
that's
not
the problem.
chilled.
This would taste better chilled for sure.
Oh, it'd probably be like a vodka shot where you just put some on ice, and like when you took it, it's like, oh, that was really smooth, you know?
It's still terrible.
So that is kind of our fault. We've been leaving this out because we've been wanting to do this, but
been sitting on the butcher block.
it's
for
not because we're not doing anything.
a while.
But
Wow.
yeah, so I can taste the vanilla in it, like, but again, like there's this artificial automatic flavor that you get when you take a sip. So I mean, it's good if I need the energy quick and I don't want to drink a whole cup of coffee, but that's never.
Yeah,
But in case.
I would sooner just take like a couple of shots and just cream and sit there and have like the thickest coffee drink and get this probably better quality energy. It tastes like crap.
But I took my
do
2
that.
sips.
Do I have to do 2?
Yeah, you gotta finish that.
This is like worse than protein.
Actually, that's what it reminds me of.
That's terrible.
Oh, there's still some in it.
Okay, we're done.
Refrigerate after use.
We're
And
done.
the lid does snap back on, and that is cute. I like the little like cup.
How it looks like a coffee cup,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, like that's cute.
You're probably better off with real coffee or like, I don't know, anything else. A Red Bull, a Monster, a 5-Hour Energy. Pick your better option. This
Yeah,
is
there is
terrible.
really no reason probably to grab that at a gas station register. Like,
No.
there's much better things to get.
I mean, if you're gonna get it, wash it down with something else. like have a chaser at the ready.
I would say a full bottle of water, but you know,
Oh, I was just thinking like the desperate to wake up scenario where it's like, okay, I'm gonna
we
get
were
this.
driving home from Bonnaroo after
Exactly.
experiencing
I'm gonna
Bonnaroo.
get this and a giant Red Bull. I will wash it down with Red Bull, and then I'm gonna blast M&M,
it's so
and
bad,
she's gonna
though.
sleep through it.
I drove for like 45 minutes.
That's right. Meanwhile, I was waking up thinking I was dying.
I know,
because
I
wake
know.
up
But when
on
I
the-
was awake for that 45 minutes, I literally did think I was dying because I could not hold my eyes open. Like,
Yeah, that's why I woke you up. Like, I never asked you to drive.
I know.
I was like, I'm literally going to kill us.
I was too. We should have just pulled over and taken a 30-minute siesta.
I didn't realize you were that bad off. I thought you were okay.
Oh, I was done for when we were at the Killers.
I know. You were sleeping through half the Killers.
Yeah, and I
well,
knew
trying until everyone kicked you.
I knew we still had to get on the road, but this year we're gonna plan for it. We're gonna plan for it. We're gonna stay until Monday.
Hopefully.
But yeah, pass on the
Forto
coffee shop.
Rating out of 10. Let's go through our notes.
Out of 10 or 5?
Nah, out of 10.
Okay.
What taste preference out of 10? What would you give it?
Taste preference out of 10, a 3. That's being real generous.
You're ridiculously kind. This is a 1 or a 0, whichever is lower. This is terrible. I would rather drink Maxwell House than this.
Yeah. No, it's true though. True story is I would rather drink a cup of coffee out of a machine.
I'd rather drink the hotel Keurigs that I don't really trust.
There's something new for me to worry about.